In this video, I'm going to give you the secrets of what to pick for the Adamantine Forge in the Grimforge area, Underdark area of Act 1 of Baldur's Gate 3. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Baldur's Gate 3. So this is really easy. The things that you want to pick are the armor sets. So you can either get 2 medium armor sets, or 1 heavy armor set, or 2 heavy armor sets, depending on the players that you want to play with. That's what I would recommend. These are also the easiest molds to get because they're the molds you pick up right on your way, right next to the fast travel for the Ancient Forge in the Grimforge. Now, why do you pick them up? Because they're better than the weapons. None of the weapons are better than what you can get in the Underdark in Act 1. So if you're really desperate for a weapon, I would say the one weapon that is okay, but not as good as something else you could pick up. See my other video about the best weapons in the Underdark would be the sword, the Scimitar, not the Longsword. Everything else is not as good as what you could pick up other places in the Underdark. Okay, so to pick up the molds and find the forge, you're probably going to send your one player over across, and then once you find the fast travel, you want to fast travel the rest of your party because there's going to be a fight, and around that fight there's going to be 3 things you can pick up. There's the scale mail medium armor mold, the splint mold for heavy armor, and the mace. And the mace is no good, so don't bother with it. But you can pick up the mold, put it in your send it back to camp. You're not going to need it. And then you need to get the 2 pieces of mithrill, which is what you make the armor pieces or the weapons out of. And so the armor pieces, you pick up, one is going to be just at the end of the raised walkway where you fight the robots or the animated armor sets. Just underneath that, you walk down into the lava area. There's actually a path to it, and you can pick up, you need to use your weapon to break up the rock. It's like got blue flecks on it. When you hover over it, it'll tell you this is where the mithril ore is, and you pick up this piece of mithril ore. Then as you take the step, so you go back up to where you fought where the Ancient Forge fast travel is. It's going to be steps going down into the lava on the other side. To the left of the steps is going to be a library type place. You're going to fight some imps to get to the library. When you get to the library, you're going to find another vein of mithril ore. You're going to use your weapons to break it up and pick up that second piece. And that's all the pieces that there are. There's 6 molds, but 2 mithril ores. You don't have to worry about the other 3 molds, which are much harder to get, because we're just going to do the armor sets. And then you teleport down to the forge area. And so this is the way it works. You need to put in one of the molds, and the molds are reusable, so you can make 2 heavy armors, you can make 2 medium armors. So splint is heavy, chain is medium. They're going to have armor class of 18 for heavy and 16 for medium, plus other bonuses that make them very OP, in addition to their high armor class, which is going to be higher than almost anything you can find in Act 1, and there's nothing that's going to be higher than that. So it might be tied, I think, with something, but for the most part it's going to be a higher armor class than other medium or heavy armors, and it has better bonuses, and that's why you're going to want that armor versus the weapons, which are going to be lower damage outputs than the best weapons you can get in the Underdark. See my video in the description. So you put in your mold, you put in the ore, the mithril ore, right, and then there's going to be a lever to pound it. But you don't want to pound that. So a lot of people think that this is bugged. It's not bugged. If they say it won't budge or whatever, it's because you're doing it wrong. So you need to have the mold and the mithril ore in, and then somebody needs to turn the wheel, and then only after they turn the wheel and the lava comes out will you be able to do the handle to pound the the ore place. So there's going to be a big hammer that pounds the ore in the middle. But for the first time you do that, there's going to be the Grym, which is another animated armor set, so giant robot. And you're going to fight that. And for the Grym, you can only do damage on him with blunt weapons. So before you have somebody turn the wheel, I'm having Asterion turn the wheel to let the lava in. You want to make sure you're standing on the high parts so your party doesn't get lava on them. You want to make sure that they're standing, so he's going to come out of the grate right next to the wheel where you let the lava in. And you want to have your fighter stand on the edge of that so they can pound them with a blunt weapon, right? A hammer type thing. You want to have your magic user within range of where that outlet is, because he's going to stand right there in the lava, and you want to take him out before the lava goes down. Now, if you have really low output, you're going to have to wait for the lava to come back, or you might have to open it up again. You might have a guy opening it up to let the lava back in, because he's got to be the robot needs to be standing in the lava, and you want to hit him with blunt weapons or magic, right? But not all spells are going to work well on him. I think Shatter, for example, is a spell that works really well on the Grym. So once the Grym is dead, right, then you're going to go to that other lever off by its side that's not next to the mold. It's not next to that raised thing in the middle. It's kind of off to the side. It's not next to the wheel. That lever is going to get to pound it. And once it pounds it, then your armor item's going to come out. And then you need to repeat this, but this next time the Grym's not going to come out. So put in the mold that you want, right? So your old mold's going to come out. You could put it in again or put in a new mold. And then you're going to put in the last piece of mithrill. Then you have everybody stand so they're on high ground so the lava doesn't get them. And then you're going to have them turn the wheel, somebody turn the wheel, and then once the lava flows in and flows out, then you can hammer it down, and then you've got your second armor set. So that's it. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel. We give you the secrets to crush Baldur's Gate 3.